Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 257 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA and White Castle Hall of Famer Logan. How are you tonight?
I am feeling revved up, and you'll see why later.
Okay. I got a great show for everybody today. We had a few races, so we'll do a racing recap. Panini Instant has we're gonna check for the offerings, and there's a bunch this week. And we'll check in on the spellbound word of the week. We're going to talk about turn 4. I was at the show this weekend, so had some insights into that. I'm sure, and Logan's opened a couple of boxes, so we will talk about that. And we will finish the show with King's Court.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. I want to thank our sponsor, Panini America, and shout outs to Mike H., Kyle Katz, Rip It Racing Brakes, IndyCar Cards, JW, Chase Blaylock, Randy McDonald, Misha Wines, and Tim Mozzie.
Lots of good chatter on the chat.
Yeah. Very good. And let's see what else. Prism still slated for end of November.
Merry Christmas.
Just in time for Black Friday. So make sure you save up for all those Black Friday deals.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping that somebody has a bunch of blasters on sale for good price.
Yeah. Can't wait. And let's see, anything else? I think that is it. We'll do a racing recap here. All righty. Why am I confused? All right. Not confused. All right. Over in the Craftsman Truck Series, they were off. Next race for them, race 23. Love's RV Stop 225, Talladega Super Speedway, Friday, October 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then moving over to the Xfinity Series, that was race number 30. That was the Focused Health 302, Saturday, October 11th at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Eric Almirola was our winner. Highest finished rookie was Connor Zilisch at position 2.
Yeah, poor old Connor Zilisch. I feel bad for him. He couldn't win. You know he's got to be just devastated.
He's like mortal, like like everybody else for all those other 8 races that he won. It's like here's how it feels here. So Eric Almirola, he won a few weeks ago. We had talked about his cards, his first cards, 2007. He has press pass signings, also 2007 press pass. He has a top prospects with sheet metal, gloves, shoe, tire, and tire autographs as well, numbered out of 25. He's in 2007 tracks, card number 37 with different parallels and eBay preview. Also in 2007 wheels, American Thunder. Autograph there and printing plates.
He's got his hands in his pocket.
He does, and you're surprised because it's not on the hips, right?
None on the hips, or none of the standard poses. What's up with that?
That was press pass days.
That's true.
Panini does different. So, and then Connor Zilisch, everybody knows we've been talking about him for a while now. 2004 first card, Panini Instant card number 4, and has a print run of 230 parallels, numbered to 25 or less. Also autographs at a 10 and the 101 Blue Viper. Next race number 31, the United Rentals 250 Talladega Super Speedway, Saturday, October 18th at 4 p.m. Eastern.
That's going to be a good race.
Be a great race. And then moving over to the Cup Series, race number 33. That was the South Point 400 Sunday, October 12th, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin was our winner. Highest finishing rookie was Riley Herbst at position 17. So Denny gets his ticket punched to the next round.
he is right now. He's in a good place.
Yeah, I know everybody says it might be his year, but uh, I think
We said that a few times though.
yeah, we'll see. But I don't know. It just seemed like it was a different Denny this time.
Yeah, more down to earth, a little bit more human, and not, he's not berating the fans and all the things that he does.
Right, exactly. So, and we've talked about uh, Denny's cards as well before. He's in the 2005 Press Pass Optima, the different parallels in Panorama, Top Prospect Memorabilia. He's in 2005 Press Pass Premium, autographs there, signings. 2005 Press Pass Stealth, No Boundaries. Also, 2005 Press Pass Trackside, base cards there with the different parallels and Hot Pass from the National as well. And 2005 Wheels American Thunder, card number 89, and parallels also in the License to Drive insert.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he hit 60 wins all time,
Amazing.
so that ties him for 10th on the all-time NASCAR win list. I think the next step for him is Kyle Busch. Whoosh. And I think what Kyle has, what, 63, I think. So that's obtainable for him. And I think he's also he's won the most races for Joe Gibbs of any other driver, because he's been with Joe Gibbs his whole career anyway.
I was just doing quick math. 2005, it is now 2025, 20 years of cards for
Ding
Denny.
ding.
That's a lot of cards.
He's been with Joe Gibbs for that long.
Amazing. And then Riley Herbst, 2018, he was in the next of line there, as well as signing Signature Series, 2018 Panini Certified Next Signatures, no base there, but also in 2018 Panini Victory Lane has a base card there with the different parallels, printing plates, but no autos.
Yeah, RH. At least, like I said, we've talked about it before. No, at least it's not a total scribble.
Yeah. Next race number 33, Yellowwood 500 Talladega Super Speedway, Sunday, October 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on NBC, also Radio MRN, Sirius XM, and stages to the end of lap 60, 120, and 188.
So see, they're putting this race on the Big Boy Network.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
not putting it on
Talladega.
USA. They're putting it on the Big Boy Network. So hopefully there'll be a lot of eyeballs on that. I'd like to go to that. It's not that far away from me. I've been to Talladega. God, I've been going to Talladega since '86, I think. Almost 30. I mean, almost 40 years I've been going to Talladega. Um, I went to the race where Bobby Allison did his tumble and gave us all restrictor plates.
I've been a few times, been about a handful of times. It's a big track.
I love that track. It's some amazing races. I've seen beer cans thrown at Jeffy Poo. Um, I've seen people win that I'm glad won. I've seen people win that not so glad. I've seen Intimidator win. Saw his last win there in 2000. So seen a lot of history happen there.
Speaking of history, if you go and haven't been, go to that little motorsports Hall of Fame they have there.
Yeah, it's the International Motorsports Hall of Fame right there as you come into the track. It's a big round building. It doesn't get a lot of love anymore, and they haven't really inducted anybody in there for a while. We went there one year when I forget who was getting inducted, but that was the year that oh gosh, I can't think of it now. But they had an silent auction, and then they had a real auction, and Tyler and I won a few things. It was pretty cool.
It's a nice little museum, or it was when I went. Oh, how many years ago? So, like I said, if people haven't been, I would check it out.
Yeah, it's nice. It needs to be updated. Um, I think since the NASCAR Hall of Fame has come into fruition. If I said that right, uh, I think that Hall of Fame has lost a little bit of its luster.
Gotcha. All right. That's it for racing recap. All right, let me share my screen and let's look at the Panini Instant offerings because we got
Oh
a bunch.
boy,
Yep.
oh boy. I feel like Fred Flintstone. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, let's start at the bottom here because there's a bunch this week. Okay. The Jeff Gordon 30th anniversary set has been removed. If you missed it, you can still go for the anniversary set plus a random rainbow. I mean, random out of 5 or random 101 of those. But we're recording on Wednesday, and these will all go live on Thursday. We have the Corey Heim with his, what was it, his 10th win, 9th win.
His 10th win of the season.
Yep. And so that's what it looks like there. Everybody's got the fingers.
Yeah, but he's kind of like he almost looks like he's preaching. It's like, he's got his hands out like this.
Right, right. And and then we have Connor Zilisch. He's holding out his hands there for his 10. His 10 wins there to be,
Yeah, he's doing it right.
yeah. And again, they have different parallels for those. No autos. We have Shane Van Gisbergen. He just has the one thumb up for his win on the road course at the Roval. He has autos. So you have the normal base and the lightning parallel, magma 101, and then also the water and magma
Magma.
autos. Then we also have Kyle Larson. This shows off his contenders status. Panini, is it a Panini instant or something? I don't know what's on the hood, but there's no auto for that, just the 3 parallels.
Yeah, that was wasn't that like the Zach Brown band or somebody that's
Oh,
gonna be at the
maybe.
Sphere?
Yes, okay. I just know it's a bunch this week. And then we have Denny Hamlin, who does have autos. So you have your 3, and he's holding up his 6 fingers. So you can
Well,
collect
it's
all the fingers.
yeah, we're Panini's really giving us the finger this week.
Yeah. Because I don't think we've had we had sticker autos for Denny before, so I'll have to check my little archives here. But so we have 5 offerings this week.
Well, there goes the 4th mortgage on the house.
There you go. And we're up to card, is that 59, I think?
Oh Lord. I mean,
Click.
don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm glad to have this, but man, it has gotten pricey.
Yeah, 59. Yes, sir.
Oh,
So,
that's too bad. That couldn't have been card number 60.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at you. You smart.
SMRT baby.
Because they would add some other card in there. So, anyway. So I wanted to let everybody know, folks that are following at home and that are collecting the instant sets, there's going to be probably, what, 65, 70, I guess. We'll be all over.
Well, we've only got what 3 more races.
We
So
do. We do. But then we have Rookie of the Years and anything else. I don't know if anybody's retiring this year or not, but
I don't think so.
or any
Kyle
other
Busch needs to go
milestones.
to a different team though.
Maybe they do the next. Yeah, probably. Probably. All right. Spellbound Word of the Week.
Do we want to do that now?
We can skip it or and go to turn 4 and come back.
We can do it if you want. Okay, I'm not watching right now. because
I got
I'm bringing something else up on my screen.
that's fine. I got NasCardRadio spelled out.
Oh, gee, that's cool, man. Where'd you get that?
Some guy.
Some guy.
Yeah, he
you're,
does the
you're, you're,
spellbound word of the week.
you're spellbound guy. Yeah, our
Yes,
spellbound word of the week. Are you ready for it?
I've
Do
got
you want? I'll
the
let you.
globe up there. So
All right, just hit the other one and
you ready?
do it.
Drum roll. Okay.
All right, the spellbound word of the week is
stipendiary.
stipendiary.
Okay.
Yeah, boy, that's a word. I saw that and I said, okay, if it doesn't mean anything sad or terrible, we're going to use it, and it didn't. So, what stipendiary means
Stipendiary.
is it's an as an adjective, it means receiving a stipend, working for payment rather than on a voluntary unpaid basis. And as a noun, it is a person receiving a stipend. So use that in a sentence, Val, if you want to.
All I can think of is like when I went out of town, my company gave me a stipendiary.
Okay, that's fair enough. But so NASCAR drivers are.
Stipendiary.
Yeah, when they go out of town.
Yeah, so stipendiary. That is the spellbound word of the week. So we're here to educate you guys.
Not only entertain but educate.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a good one.
It's different, isn't it?
Very different. Yeah. So,
Stipendiary.
yes, sir. All right. Our main topic here turn four. We had a little bit of time for it to bake in. I saw some at the show. I think it was in the 130s. Um, had somebody offer to sell a case, I guess, at like dealer costs. So,
Wow. What is that? I mean, I'll tell you what I've heard the dealer cost is. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that it's $108.
gotcha. Well, and even that price, I was like, no. So I don't think they can give it away. And so that made me think, we had this product. It looks amazing. So I know we're going to harp on the price here, but for the design, I think the design is nice. They look good. I like it with the autos and stuff in the top load, not top loaders, what are they? Encased or whatever, and they
Yes.
have the branded stickers and stuff on them. So I think they did a great job. But part of the problem, I think, and this could be me, is my opinion, is the price. I think all the pricing shenanigans has left either people were waiting or got turned off on it, and that even though the product looks amazing, people weren't willing to spend $300 a box. And I think the pre-sale pricing at $300, I think hurt a lot.
I
I
think
think,
so too.
and maybe people weren't sure what was going on because they were hearing like the 150, and I mean SRP was not like, it's not like the Coke recipe or something that's super secret. I mean, all the people who were buying would know the SRP. So
Well, let me chime in there too about first of all the product. Um, I love the KaVroom. I think that's one of the most brilliant ideas I've seen in a long time from Panini. Kind of going along with all the kabooms and all the stick and ball sports. I think I love those cards.
they did a great job.
They did a great job. The Here's one I've been buying some singles, some base cards, and like here's Josh Berry, and look at that. That is a nice looking card. It's out of 75. I'm going to try to get as many of those different ones as I can. So I am going to work on. I may not ever complete this, but with 100 cards, odds are I probably won't. But I'm gonna get as many as I can. Uh, and also, all of the various autograph offerings are awesome. My favorite is the guarded graphs. I bought this one off of eBay. It's Richard Petty. It is the only uh, set in which Richard Petty has an auto, and it's got part of the guardrail from Bowman Gray Stadium. And there's only, I think, 14 cards in this set, so that to me is obtainable. I think Dale Jr. is probably one of the next ones that's going to be tough for me, but I did get Richard Petty, and I was glad to get it. So I love these. I love the set. I love the design. Panini outdid themselves as far as that's concerned. But go ahead, Val.
I was going to agree with you. I think the product is amazing, but I just think that there was, I don't want to say shenanigans makes it seem like whatever, but I think it was a brand new product, and maybe some folks saw an opportunity to try to price it high and try to, grab what they can, because a lot of the online distributors were selling it for $300 a box that we saw. Panini didn't come in and price theirs. Panini was selling it, well, are still selling it on their website for 190, and they waited till less than 12 hours, I think, before it actually went on sale. And miraculously, as soon as they priced it, the other online distributors on the internet, they dropped it even lower than the 190. So now Panini's left holding it, and like I said, they must not be selling it because it's still online, and we're talking about a week later.
Yes. So in our opinion, in my opinion, is the distributors really just didn't do Panini a favor at all by pricing it so high to begin with. I think that, like you said, that definitely hurt the product when it came out, and Panini should have put it at like 150 to maybe even 160. The 190 was to me, in my opinion, a little much. And I know we keep, like what you said, we keep talking about pricing, but that's the key to uh, the success of any product. You've got to have a price that hopefully you can get some kind of value out of it, and aside from the kaboom and maybe some kind of Zilisch cards, I mean, I just don't, I hate to say this, I really do, but I just don't see the value. Because you're paying at 150, you're paying all, by the time you pay shipping, taxes, whatever, you're paying $40 for a card. I bought Josh Berry, I think, for $8.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. But you get two autos and a mem there as well. And if you're looking at the case price of 10 bucks, we were saying the kavrooms are running one per 10, right? So you're getting the kavroom, and we'll see some of the prices of the kavroom. You do not want to miss King's Court.
No, you do not.
So that's one of the 10. Now the other 9 out of 10, can you, and I know NASCAR is not one of those things where, and cards are, you don't open a box and, try to get break even. I think you want to get close. I don't think it's like opening a scratch off or whatever. Every so many scratch offs, there's when you get, your price of your ticket back, kind of a thing. So
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see that. I mean, I think
I don't know. Maybe this product is not made for me, at the 150. But again, we're seeing it now. Oh, you know what? Let me share my screen here. We can see what's going on eBay. What those sold prices are going for.
you're talking about the box prices.
Yeah, these are finished auctions that coming through. It's not coming through yet because I got to put it to the screen.
Yeah, so these are going to be completed auctions.
Yeah, so this is not what somebody's looking for. These are done. Today is the 15th, so we got 129, so 130, 127, 165 is our best offer. 130, 133. That's free delivery. 130 free delivery. 130 or best offer. 132, 134. 268 for two. A case 1125. Another case
Wow.
1157. Another case 1125. You're going to get your kavroom in there instead of buying singles. You can 132.51 there. plus $10 for shipping. Another case, 1176, 1200, 1175. So you can see, you know, Panini selling them for 190 on their site, and the big three are selling for 130, or one of them anyway.
Well, you know, we're not sticking ball sports. And I don't see why everything has to be exorbitantly expensive now for boxes. It seems to me like all the manufacturers, and this is my opinion, are catering to breakers and not hobbyists. I mean, as a hobbyist, it's hard to spend 140, 130, 150, whatever for 4 cards. Um, and I opened 2 boxes. They're on my YouTube. Well, one of them's on my YouTube channel. I opened up a second one. I will say that neither one of them were what I would consider great boxes. Um, and luckily I had a credit thanks to Val on Blowout to help ease my pain. Otherwise, I would have spent $300, and my value, would not be that much. The best thing I got, I think it's over here somewhere, is a Jeff Gordon auto, not Jeff Gordon auto, a Jeff Gordon mem card. Excuse me. Um, I don't know where it's at. Yeah, it's right here. Jeff Gordon. That was probably the best hit I had out of 2 boxes. It's a dual color Jeff Gordon mem card. Um, but the pricing, I'm with you, Val. The wholesalers, not the wholesalers, but the retailers out there on those pre-sales, that I think that hurt the product.
I think so, right? There's no retail offering. It's only hobby boxes, so you have to go through some kind of distributor, or if your LCS or whoever is dealing directly has a Panini account and getting products straight from Panini. Otherwise, you're not getting it. So it is kind of a limited distribution, I think, for it. And my fear is that the high pre-sale prices have hurt folks from buying the product. And then, is this a one and done? Is this product dead and not going to come back next year? I mean, we love the KaVrooms, but I don't know if again, it's 1 out of 10. If that's enough to get folks to buy boxes and take that loss, or or try to break even on stuff, and that, because it's a great looking product and we want it to succeed. Of course we do. But again, on the other hand of it, consumers only can spend so much money, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a good analogy or whatever. You're paying high dollar for um, something twice as much as it should cost you, and you feel like you're getting ripped off, or you can't only take you can only buy half as much, right? If I have $300 instead of buying, 2 boxes or whatever, I can only afford 1 box, right? If you went
Well,
pre-sale.
I bought the Richard Petty for what you could buy a box for, and I got what I wanted.
Right. So no, there's no gambling involved, and that's what I think maybe escapes some of the people with the breakers, that they're looking for that rush, they're looking for that KaVroom hit, as opposed to, I'm gonna take all that risk out. I'm gonna buy exactly what I want.
Yeah, exactly. And nothing against the breakers at all. It's just that's just the times we live in. But you know, I think as a breaker, you're glad to see box prices high because that way you can sell spots higher.
Well, you're hoping that you bought it cheap
Well, that's true too.
instead of buying it high. So, but it made me think of something. I was at a show, and a dad was there, and he was looking at some NASCAR cards for his son, and they didn't want to buy blasters because they didn't want to they didn't like, I don't know, maybe they like Joey Logano, and so they didn't want to get anybody else other than Logano. So they weren't looking at wax or blasters. They just buy what they want.
Well, I think it's coming down to that. You know,
and it's almost I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it made me think of also what Misha said is like I can't sell a blaster of Logano and have them put it on a hauler on somebody else's trailer, right?
You're talking about with a picture of Logano on the
Yeah,
packaging.
yeah, exactly. So it's kind of some of that. It needs to be maybe team specific if you're going to try to maybe do that wax or just sell them individual. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I again, I love the product itself, and I know a lot of our viewers and listeners, kind of poo-pooed on it. I think on the beginning, but once they've seen the product, they love it. But $40 a card or whatever, even $30 is a tough pill to swallow. Um, if I was to spend 130 and let's say I got 80, $90 of value back out of it, that's okay. But in the two boxes that I busted, I got freaking Connor Mozak autos in both of them. And the serial numbers from the NASCAR hologram on both boxes were only like 4 or 5 numbers apart. So that tells you that they came out of the same case. So the collation was not that great. And if I had gotten somebody else other than a second Connor Mozak autograph, I think I would have been a little bit happier. But that really did stick in my craw to get two Connor Mozak. And nothing against you, Connor Mozak, if you're watching or listening. But I did not like that. I did not like that at all.
Well, I know, when it's at the factory, they're just putting that stuff in those boxes. They're not
Yeah,
mixing
I
it
know
up or whatever. So
I know Misha has no control over that. I know they try to tell him what to do, but some things happen, and I get that.
yeah,
But going back to your pricing theories, um, I think I agree with you. I think that the retailers out there on the pre-sale did Panini a disservice, and I don't understand why Panini didn't go out there and say, "Hey, this is too much." But maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they wanted the price to be $300 a box.
yeah. Maybe they were trying to show that it was limited and that it was worth all that. I don't know. We're not privy to those conversations. So my concern was that the high pre-sale, and this is my opinion, stunted the momentum that this product could have had. I think if you would have started at the 130 and people were buying it up, then the prices will start rising as opposed
Exactly.
to instead of the other way around, we're going to start at 300 and then work our way down. So instead of the other way around, I guess the distributors were afraid of, and again, in my opinion, of selling out or getting as much as they can for these boxes and still keep their inventory. So again, they've been doing this a long time, so and I'm sure they know how to work the system. So and
Yeah,
then
but
again, I was thinking too that they sell these other products too. So Panini probably has to tread lightly if they even can, because they're distributing the other stuff. I wish there was a model where they would just went straight to consumer, but I don't know if there's anything prohibiting that since they make it and sell it.
what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
So you make the product and then sell the product. So you're the only,
Oh, you're talking about no wholesalers, no
yeah,
retailers like the big three or anybody like
yeah,
that.
yeah, something like that. So I don't know if there's anything against that, but
I think Fanatics is wanting to go to that model. I think they want to cut out everybody they can and get all the money they can. That's what I think, in my opinion.
well, you can't really, they released basketball, and I saw on Squawk Box, Ruben was in China for NBA basketball exhibition, and he's touting it's been 12 years since they made a set exclusively for China, and then also was showing off his boxes of new basketball as well,
Yeah.
tops trading cards, and they had that hype. I know we don't have that hype unfortunately for NASCAR, so I didn't see anybody from Panini out at the track or even in the booth with somebody showing off the new boxes of Turn 4. I think they maybe were doing some Turn 4 somewhere in the what do you call that little area there? exhibition area or whatever,
Right.
exhibitors.
Right.
So they had like two free breaks. So if you weren't there, you didn't see it. Maybe there's some video online. I don't know, but where they come, even on the MRN radio, they always have the title sponsors and stuff coming in and talking about their products. So
Well, something, I know we've gone off on a tangent here, but send some boxes to NBC. Let's let Lee Diffie and all those guys in the booth open up some boxes while we have this long freaking caution that's 20 laps because somebody spilled oil on the track. Let's and talk about that. And say, oh, and show it on camera. Say, oh, look at this card of Dale Jr. that I got. Or where I don't think Jeff Burton's in the set, but whatever. Tell me, would that not? I mean, you're talking about a national audience that would create some hype.
right. Then
People,
maybe the $300 a box and stuff like that. We're talking.
exactly.
So, but yeah, is I guess a few issues here. Trying to grow the fan base and trying to increase the fan base, but having to deal with the current fan base and the current collectors. Uh, you know, we've been around a long time. We've seen Max and Upper Deck, and let's see who else. Press Pass.
Tracks, Pro Set, Power, um, action packed. There's tons of them.
Yeah. So if Panini doesn't make it, there'll be another one on the belt. Nachos on the belt.
Yeah,
I'd like them to see it again. We always talk about the product looks great, and that's what I think is my biggest thing. Is I just hate that this was missed. And again, this is my opinion. Maybe at the 120, 125, this thing starts igniting. I don't know. Maybe we do King's Court, Varoom, and that sets the whole thing off, and this thing spirals and does a rocket ship to
yeah, and
three
all of a
hundred
sudden
dollars
it's
a
five
box.
hundred dollars a box.
Maybe, maybe. So, but right now I don't see it. I'm hoping for it, but it's a great looking product.
Yeah, I think they Panini did themselves also a disservice by not publishing the price sooner. I would like to see them give the SRP or MSRP, excuse me, the MSRP, too many acronyms, uh, MSRP sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know if,
it's a suggested retail price. It's not the price, but if you had the SRP, you
yep.
know, and they, I don't understand why Panini doesn't sell at SRP. That I'd love to know the answer to that.
Well, I may buy another box. I may give it one more shot, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait till I can find the right price. Maybe at the National next year. You never know.
Maybe Black Friday.
Maybe Black Friday. Yeah. Um, anyway,
Anyway, like I said, I saw it at the show. It was like in the 130s, and it wasn't that long ago, that it was released, and it was, we were talking about the pre-sale of 300, and I just thought it was an opportunity to talk about it. So I saw some rooms. They looked awesome. I saw some other cards, for sale, but I saw some folks opening them. I didn't notice that the shoe card, that was an awful thick uh, case for that card. So
was it like a 360 point or something?
it was big. It reminded me, well, maybe it was almost like you remember the old windshield one?
Yeah. Those things were like massive.
Yeah, it was really
They
thick.
were
So
like 6 inches.
yeah. So all right. Anything else? I think that's beat that.
Yeah, I think I think we beat that horse in the ground. I'm sure that we're not making any fans anywhere
Well,
with.
I would love to know what everybody thinks. Are we on the right track? Are we totally off? And you can tell us we don't know what we're talking about, and that you guys love the product and you think 130 is cheap or whatever it is. I'd love to know how far off we are and what everybody else is feeling about Turn Forward. Now, and if you don't like if you don't like the product, I want to distinguish it two different things, right? How the product looks, the kavroom, and then the second part is the pricing. maybe the checklist. I don't know. I feel like maybe this should have been a 50 card set, but
Possibly, but
I
yeah,
don't run the
we'd like to hear
numbers,
from
so
everybody.
yeah. But that probably is a Misha thing about they probably couldn't have afforded it with. I can't imagine how many cases they had to get, and labor intensive. Every one of those had to be put in a
Yeah, that
case
is
in
very
a
labor
sticker.
intensive.
Yeah, labor is tough. So again, please let us know. Good, bad, indifferent. We off track. We're don't know what we're talking about.
Are we
Take
smoking
away our
crack? I mean,
take
whatever.
away our microphones. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
No, you're mute.
That's right. Take away your microphones.
And everybody's like, please, please. All right. We're already like 40
Yeah,
minutes.
we probably need to head on into the court.
All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my imperial margarine. Go.
Please do.
All right. This week's King's Court. It is an all-KaVroom, all-KaVroom King's Court. So every one of these cards, guess what? It's going to be a KaVroom. And I've taken some liberty in some of the different types of cards here, so you'll get it here when I do it. But anyway, I added an extra honorable mention as well. So here we go with honorable mention number 1. This is on the 11th of October, 2025. Panini. It says Panini won. Panini one turn. I don't think that's right, but Panini one turn 4 racing KaVroom. Kyle Larson KaVroom. We're being redundantly redundant. Uh, this card went out for bidding and it ended at $315 for Kyle Larson with 18 bids.
I like the back of that card.
Yeah, the backs look almost as good as the dang
Yeah,
fronts.
I like that orange and with that black. I think they did a great job with these.
Oh, they're. I don't think they could have done a better job. But yeah, so there's and all these cards are going to be. There's no repeat KaVrooms, so just want to let you know.
Okay,
Yeah,
315. Okay,
315 for
right out of the
Kyle.
gate.
Yeah, there's you know, I don't think we got one under. I don't think there's one less than $300. So anyway, let's get going again on honorable mention number 2. This is on the 12th of October. It's a 2025 Panini Turn 4 Racing Dale Earnhardt Jr. KaVroom Case Hit SSP. And look at that card. It went for $455 with 20 bids. So I'm glad to see people out here letting these things go out to bid and kind of set the market price. I think I like that.
Agreed. Yeah, instead of the $3,000 fishing expedition.
Yeah. So I'm glad to see that. That's really cool. But again, another nice looking card, man.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we all know that the KaVrooms are not numbered. They're just we have no idea how many they made. All right, so next up, honorable mention number 3. This was on the 3rd of October, 2025 Panini Turn 4 Racing KaVroom number 20 Jeffy Poo SSP. They were asking $749.99 for this card, and I think this may have been one of the first KaVrooms that was sold on eBay. And it went for $500 for Jeffy Poo.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's come down a little bit since then, but not much. But that's the NasCard shop, not affiliated with NasCardRadio.
It is not. Okay. Very nice.
All right. So next is our Joker of the week, because every king has a joker, so this time every joker has a king. So again, I took a little creative liberty here, and this is on the 8th of October, and it is a 2025 Panini Turn 4 Racing KaVroom number 12 Richard Petty Case Hit SSP. They were asking $300 for Richard Petty, and somebody went dun 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 click and bought it for $300.
Wow. It's
That's the
nice.
only one I've seen. That's the only one I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's cool, and it's it's got his like 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 late '80s, early '90s Pontiac. So that's pretty cool. I would like to for them to maybe have used maybe something else, but still, that's a cool card.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah, next year they'll have his one of his old maybe the Superbird would be super cool.
That would be.
That would be that'd be fantastic if they had the Superbird. But yeah, so every king has a joker and every joker has a king. So there you go. That's this
All right.
week's joker. All right, next up is our Jack of the Week. This is on the 7th of October, 2025. Panini Turn 4 Racing KaVroom SSP number 16. Brendan Butterbean Queen. Go Butterbean. Now they were asking $399.99 for Butterbean. That's expensive for some Butterbeans.
Yeah.
But they took a best offer of $328 for Butterbean.
328. Okay.
Yeah, 328. And he's also, I think he's going to Colleague Racing next year in the trucks full time. So congratulations to him.
That's awesome.
So that's yet again another cool card. I mean, I don't know what else we can say about the KaVrooms. I mean, we love them.
I like
They're
the different colors in there. Yeah.
they're stupendous. They're spectacular. They're awesome. They're super. They're whatever. They're all the above. All right. So next up is our Queen of the Week. There can only be one because she's the only one in here. We don't have Haley. Queen of the Week. This is on the 12th of October, 2025. Panini Turn 4 Racing. Tony Breidinger, KaVroom, SSP case hit. Card number 1. Encased. In case you didn't know it, it's encased. But they were asking $600 for her, and they took a best offer of $340 for Tony Breidinger. $340
Okay.
with her truck, her Raising Cane's truck. By the way, we're getting Raising Cane's here. I love it. I can't wait.
All right. Very cool.
Yep, so cool. All right, next, our King of the Week. This is our male driver. This is on the 13th of October, 2025. Panini Turn 4 Chase Elliott KaVroom. And it says insert card SSP. We see SSP a lot on here. And this card went out for bidding, and it ended at $515 with 30 bids.
That's a lot of folks.
That's amazing. And I like the choice of car they used. I like that Napa car.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but I mean, some spectacular prices. I think Richard Petty was the lowest one at $300, and that probably went too cheap. That's why somebody went click on it. All right, so next, believe it or not, we have a 1-1. Our ace of the week, our 1-1. This is on the 6th of October. It's card number 11. Get it? 1 of 1. Denny Hamlin, Panini Turn 4 Encased KaVroom. Case hit. They were asking $400 for Denny, and he went for $375 best offer.
All right.
Yeah. So you see where I went with that, huh?
Yes.
Pretty clever.
Yes, it is.
SMRT.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So lastly, our Royal Flush of the Week. This is on the 12th of October, 2025. Panini Turn 4 Racing. Connor Zilisch. Go figure. I mean, everybody, if you didn't know that this was going to be our Royal Flush card, you've been hiding under a rock, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Connor Zilisch KaVroom case hit NASCAR rookie card. They were asking $750 for Connor Zilisch for CZ Sultan, but somebody went dun 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 dun. Click
Wow.
$750
Wow.
for Connor Zilisch. Yeah, I could get 2 Richard Pettys for that. Nothing against Connor Zilisch. I understand the hype, but I think of 2 words: Casey Atwood. For those of you who remember.
Yeah,
So
the FOMO is real.
so just think about it. But we'll see how he does in Cup next year. I want him to do well. God knows his cards are doing well right now.
Yeah, his cards are great.
And that's another great looking card, man.
It's a good looking card.
I would love to hit a KaVroom out of a box. I would love that so much, but I don't know if it's in the cards. Get it for me.
Yes, I get it.
But yeah, go Connor Zilisch. There you go. 750.
That's awesome.
Yep.
It's a great King's Court there with all the KaVroom. So
Yeah, I figured I'd do an all KaVroom while they're still hot. See some of the prices. Like I said, the King was the cheapest one at $300.
I'm
That's in
surprised
King's
at that.
Court.
I guess because you didn't see it.
I believe it or not, I did see it, but
Oh, okay.
I
You got
just
your eyes
wasn't
on the
going.
other one instead.
Yeah, again, I'm on a fixed income, so I got to watch what I spend.
Yeah, that's it, right? I guess NASCAR collectors, they don't have unlimited budgets to spend.
Well, again, I don't know what cards need to be so expensive, and I know I'm on record for this, but I'm going to say it one more time. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if the whole hobby crashed. It would not hurt my feelings one bit. I'd be buying at that point.
You be like on Black Friday buying some wax.
Yeah, I'd be buying all kinds of sports. I'd be stocking up and saving. I'd be getting money out. I would be getting money out of my retirement fund if things went to 10% of what they are now. And that would be a hard crash. Uh, I would definitely be buying, but I wouldn't be the only one. A lot of people would be. So, but anyway, I'm not trying to be negative. I just think that our hobby has gotten to be more money centric instead of collecting for fun centric. And with that comes a lot of greed. And I'm seeing too much greed, and that makes me very sad.
It's not sustainable.
No, this is not sustainable. This market is it's not. And you look at our Pokemon brothers. You know, that is one market I really think is going to have some difficult times ahead.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that. I'm hoping that there's different kind of cards because I saw that at the show. There are a lot of Pokemon dealers, and I don't know if they're all selling the same type of stuff or if it's just like we saw in the early '90s where with baseball and the other sports, everybody was buying everything to invest. Same thing with NASCAR, right? I'm for my kids college stuff. So,
Well, you got to think about this just for 1 second. There are no numbered Pokemon cards.
oh, really?
You have no different color parallels. I mean, you have different like we have we have our Donruss and our Turn 4 and our Prism and our NT and our Select and all that. They have the same kind of thing. They name them like like Charming Dandruff or whatever they name these things. They name them these
Right.
I don't know what you call the names that they name them, but like I said, Charming Dandruff. But and that's a release, and you'll have a different Charizard in it. You'll have a different Squirtle and a different whoever in those things. So, but not they don't have. But if you get a Charizard, you get a Charizard. There's no other different Charizard in that particular uh, product that they release. But then they're releasing a lot of products every year, though.
So
But
they're just chasing everything.
at some point, I'm not wishing ill will on them, but you got to look at it from a logical standpoint. Mr. Spock would be going crazy right now. He would say, "No, there's no way that this could keep going like it is."
Well, we've seen it. We've seen it
We
before
have
in
seen it,
other stuff. So right, and you expect history to repeat itself. So
and it does, and it does, and it will again.
yes. All right, that's enough of that. So thanks for everybody watching the show. We appreciate. Please leave comments. Let us know your experience with Turn 4 if you purchase some. Good to bad. We're way off base. We're on base. We're on track. I don't know. Let us know how you like the cards. I think the designs, like I said, are pretty good. So, and we are off next week, so no show next week. Fall break for us. So,
Yes, we will be on fall break next week. So sorry about that, but we need a little time off.
yeah. So I'll start the hashtags. Redemption suck.
All right. Hashtag it's so shiny. And hashtag
Stipendiary.
and
Yes.
yes, and one thing we didn't have in King's Court this week was hashtag we love gold. Oh wow. There you go. I don't know how that happened, but that was good. I like
That was
that.
really cool. That was done on purpose, right?
Yeah, I think we both hit it and it played both of us.
I didn't.
So,
I didn't click. I just clicked on the image.
oh, okay. Then I don't know how that happened.
All
That
right,
was very
it's
strange.
meant to be.
It
So,
was kind of like some reverb action going on there. But yeah, that's all I got for this week.
all right. Again, for me, Logan, we appreciate it. Again, no show next week. We have some races, so we'll come back here and we'll get ready for the final four, and which which would be almost the end of the season for Panini Instant. Be looking forward to that. I can't afford any turn for. I can collect them Panini Instant.
That's true. So yeah.
All
So
right.
everybody have a great 2 weeks. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yes, sir. And we are out of here. Bye.